What if one skill could make all of your art better? I think it can, and that's why I'm challenging myself to take 100 photographs really focusing on composition. If I can master composition, not only will my photographs look better, my paintings, drawings, and even videos will look better too. So what is composition? Well, according to Google, it is the arrangement and organization of visual elements within a work of art, giving it a unified and harmonious whole. If you've heard of the rule of thirds, that is one way to help compose your image, but there are also other elements like leading lines and framing and foreground and background that go into the composition of an image. I started this challenge on my recent trip, and with my phone in hand and parameters in mind, I was set loose in some of the most beautiful cities in Belgium and some charming places in Normandy, France. Okay, so I'm back and I took lots of photos, but some of them have my travel companions in them, and so I'm not going to use those. And a bunch of others were duplicates, so they don't count. I'm working on my habit of taking 5 copies of the same shot and hoping that somewhere something looks good. I'm getting better, but I still need work. I also feel like some of the photos I took in museums don't count because all the work is done for you. So once I scrap all of those photos, I'm left with 73 photos that I feel fit the spirit of this challenge. I think some of them turned out better than others. In some of them, I think I maybe took the photo too quickly without really thinking through what story I wanted to be telling. But on the other hand, I also didn't have all the time in the world in most cases to consider my shots because we were frequently on the move. So I think there is an element of abandon and imperfection that can be charming. I think the main thing that I was really able to focus on and learn about most was the concept of leading lines. The architecture where we were was often comprised of narrow streets that really do wonders for giving nice leading lines to whatever focal point you're wanting to capture. I was also surprised by how many of my photos I wanted to take vertically, but I think that again, the architecture lends itself to vertical photography because so much of its design is about drawing your eyes up, especially in the churches. If you want to join me on this journey of learning and growing, mostly in the world of creativity, but other things as well, I would be so grateful if you could like this video and subscribe. I'm trying to prove to people that learning the things you want to learn is possible and that you can do more than you expect. Also, I'm a new channel, a small channel, so this would be the most amazing way that you could support me. Thank you so much. I had this idea for a shot. The sun's out now and the sky is blue. I kind of need the sky to be blue for this to work, so I'm just gonna try and shoot it now. I need an orange rose. One of these, probably that one? You can't see it. This one. Okay, let's see what happens. Trying not to have my face in it. Kind of shooting completely blind. That's not bad. I want to try and get this one with like the blue framing. I'm not sure how to do, maybe upside down. I get that angle. There's also this one, which is a bit more orange, and there's just more opportunities for blue sky, so I think I'm gonna try that one too. Oh, that could be fun. Oh yeah. Ooh, bees, hi. No, I'm not a flower. I think I'll get at least three at most out of that. I decided to wait until golden hour to see if we can't get some cool shots. The plus side of doing my photos back at home is that I'm no longer constantly on the move, so I'll have more time to consider my shots and really think things through. The downside is that I no longer have all this beautiful art and architecture all around me basically doing my job for me. I mean, in a way that's good. It'll push me more. But I'm going over to playground, which I feel like might have some interesting framing opportunities, but I'm not sure what my subject will be. I'd probably find like a tree, a picnic bench, or the city, but I'm not sure what it's gonna be or how that's gonna go. I do still need 22 photos to get to my goal of 100, so we're just gonna do our best. So there's these rocks as I come up on the park. Honestly, that could be interesting. Don't hate that. I feel like when I get back to the house and I go through the photos, that's when I decide whether I actually like them or not. 2/3 of them get scrapped. We'll just have to see what else comes to mind. The playground was a bust. It is crazy busy with kids. So I am going down this nature trail to see if I can find something worth shooting. So far the shoot is not a bust. I've got some lovely moon photos and some lovely sunset photos. It's so beautiful. I think I want to try a tree with the sunset. And now that the moon's just getting clearer, probably more moon photos as well. because that's just cool. Come on. Well, okay. We can do that. We'll maybe zoom out a wee bit. Ooh, I like that right there. I don't even know. Should I do something? Portrait landscape? Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. I don't even know where I want to focus. I need to stop filming and shooting at the same time because I almost had an interesting shot and I pushed the wrong button. Again! Rabbit. Anyway, not a bust. Once I found my first few shots, I started to get in the groove. I stopped despairing and I started thinking it's gonna be okay. And I even went back and looked at some of those earlier ones, like the one in the grass. I was just like the flowers, and I was like, you know what? I don't hate that. I'm just gonna go home and take final stock of all those photos. So I've been going through my photos from yesterday, and the thing that bugs me is because it's just like it's sunset, sunset, moon, sunset, sunset, moon. I've tried to take the photos kind of in different ways, but it felt very repetitive. Math, 73 plus 18, 91. So I have 9 photos I still need to take to get my goal of 100. I think the challenge here is going to be taking photos of different things because I don't want my whole collection to be photos of the same thing. We're gonna be in the garden today and maybe around the house. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking fairy garden, vegetable garden. If the dog comes outside with me, she's a fun subject. It's just getting her to stand still somewhere long enough that you can actually have a composed shot. I don't really want to do more flowers. We will see what's out there and see what we can take photos of, and if not, then I will be taking photos inside, which is currently a bit of a mess. The piano could be interesting. Ooh, let me go take a photo of the piano. You gotta come with me while I try to take a photo of this somehow. Move all my music. We'll do Pride and Prejudice. Why is it at the bottom? Oh, I should sit on the ground. There's stuff in the way. Gotta move this. I like having the floor in there to ground it. I feel like there's a lot of balance to that shot. That's kind of what I was going for, but I was originally thinking about in here. I mean, it's got some interesting lines going on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's fun. It's dusty, but I don't hate that. That's 2 that I'm not mad at. I'm down to 7 that I still need to do. Okay, I mean, this is cute as well. Let's see if she'll let me. Hi, Smooch. Time to get out here and take some pictures. A fairy garden is where I'm gonna be working first. Her swing is a little crooked. I need my shoes. Oh yes. The only thing that's bugging me is the chair in the background. I'm not sure that worked. Ooh, strawberries. Let's try and get like really close in. Oh, that's cute. Pears are more interesting. Oh, the pears have more color difference. The pears are over there. I mean, it's framed. Actually, this one might be good. No, it's still hard as a rock. There's still some plums or pluquots or whatever. This will be an interesting bottom-up shot because I have no other options. It's too far away. It's a nice idea, actually. Put my finger through that thing. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's composed. But you know what? That's gonna be good. Come on. I need 2 more. What would it be? I think I gotta go back inside. Just kidding. There's something about this that I don't hate. I don't know. Something about this. I dig it. My bookshelf has some interesting shapes going on. I do like my bookshelf. I have 100 photos that I'm actually kind of happy with. It was a really good exercise to turn my thinking brain on while I was taking photos. By no means are my photos necessarily good, but they are better, which is a step, right? That's the whole goal. Hopefully this carries over into my drawings as well. My hope is that one day all of this becomes second nature and I don't even really have to think about it. It'll just be a constant cog that's running in the back of my mind while I'm doing anything. If you are interested in improving your skills, I would recommend trying this challenge out. Your phone probably can take phenomenal photos, and it's not so much about the gear, it's about what you do with it. I still have a lot to learn. I would just encourage you to give it a shot. I believe in you. You can do this. Jesus loves you, and I do too.